So it is recording. Oh, what a day. What a ride. Fix this. So I'm using the GoPro 12 to record with. We'll see how this turns out, and the media mod with it. Because I keep filling up my cell phone, and y'all go down in the comments and, Lord, let me bag up. What's good, Faith family? We are here in Texarkana. Your girl is attending her very first Texarkana, Arkansas. Okay? If you don't know about that, it is right on the border of the state line of Texas and Arkansas. So it's called Texarkana. You could literally put one foot across the line and you're in Texas, and the other foot on the other line, across the other line, and you're in Arkansas. So hopefully we'll find out where that is. I think it's downtown somewhere. We'll find out where that marker is and take some pictures there. But this has been in the making for a while. Attending the Spyders in the Delta Rally in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And how all of that, or all of this came to be, is I follow another content creator who is a Harley rider. And his name is Just GQ. Love his content, love his work. I'm not really big into, promoting other brands and all of this stuff, and I don't know how to go about all of that, but your boy had me at every video. My husband and I started watching him a while ago. I mean, it's been a couple of years, huh, babe? We've been watching GQ, his videos. Oh, yeah. And what caught our attention is how he narrates his videos. And at one point I was like, all right, this dude can't be serious. But when you watch his videos, and he just draws you in. And so for a Harley rider to draw you in like that, it is just awesome. But this dude, I follow him religiously, love his channel, and love what God is doing in his, I honestly want to call it a ministry. Because it's work. He puts it in. He is doing some big things out there. But make a long story short, because I follow him and I stalk his page and see how he does everything. Because you need a mentor. If you're going to do this, you really need to find people who are doing what God is calling you to do, and with how God gives it to you and how he starts working with you on it. Use that. Please use that. But then he will also bring other people into your life, your space, your mind, your vision, that are doing it as well to help you. And so he is kind of like an invisible mentor to me, this guy, Just GQ. And so he was talking about, he had posted a flyer of him doing a meet and greet. And I was like, man, that is so freaking cool. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to do a meet and greet. I'm like, well, who am I going to meet and greet? And where am I going to do all of this? And just so happened, I was scrolling through Facebook and saw where they had posted a flyer called Spyders in the Delta. And I don't know if this is their first annual rally, but whatever the case may be, I saw it. It caught my attention. It resonated in my shanana. And so I put together a little email, and matter of fact, I messaged GQ before I did it. I messaged him, took a chance and just messaged him through his YouTube channel and asked him some questions, and he gave me some really good pointers, told me what I needed to do, told me what I needed to ask for, all that. When you see the content that this guy does, and for him to reach out back to me and reply, I was just like, okay, this is a God wink right here. And so, with his help, what he told me to ask for and do, I did it. And they reached back out, the people that's organizing it reached back out and said, we checked out your YouTube channel and we think this would be awesome. We would love to have you. Oh, but then there lies the problem, because now you done called down the thunder, get ready for the boom. Whoo. So with the pointers and the advice that GQ gave me, I started creating labels, to give to the ladies. I reached out to Can-Am, and they were really awesome in providing me with some patches, to hand out. And so, I just started doing what I do and started creating my own little merch and stuff to hand out to them, and and meet the ladies that may be at the rally, and from a female Spyder rider, I wanted to meet the ladies that are riding, talk to them, bless them, encourage them, talk to them about their bikes. If they have any questions from a female riding perspective, be there to answer those, and just to encourage them to keep riding what I call the good ride of faith. And so, through me doing all of this and putting everything together, one of my fellow Windsisters who ride in the chapter with us messaged me one morning, and she said, "LaShawn, what are you doing?" And so I explained to her, and she said, God put you on my heart this morning, and I talked to my husband, and I want to help you out. I think I talked to my husband, and if it's okay with you, he and I want to go on the ride with you guys, to Jonesboro, Arkansas. What? Because originally it was just going to be me and my husband. And so I'm like, okay, shift gear. Okay, Lord, what are you doing? And to have someone else, because you don't want to intrude, especially within the circles that we ride in and the people we know. Majority of the women that I ride with that are Can-Am Spyder riders, their husbands ride Harleys, and they ride with their husbands. They ride within the chapter with their husbands. And so I don't want to cross brand. I don't want to intrude on what they may be doing with their husbands. I don't know how they feel riding separate from all of that stuff that goes into that. And so I just kept what I was doing to myself, between my husband, do what I'm doing, Sean, and God put her on me on her heart. And she said, we want to do this. And I talked to my husband, he's game. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I contacted my husband, told him what was going on, and told her husband to to get in touch with my husband, because, we're all riding the same circles together in the same chapter. And they would work out the route. My husband planned the route. Thank him. God, I owe this man. I'm indebted to him, but I'm married to him. So
Fat boy.
He wants a fat boy now, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, so with, my fellow Windsister Maxine coming along with me to help out, and her husband, Bruce, who rides with my husband, we all ride in the same chapter together, whatever. And with me, breaking away from that and trying to do my own thing with, Adventures of Fearless Faith, and encouraging women who ride Spyders, for them to break away and to come and be with us and ride with us and to help me with what I'm venturing out to do was just a tremendous blessing to me, a God wink. And so I have learned through being a believer that when God is doing something, you let him do it. And when he put you on the heart of other people and they come and say, hey, I believe this is what we need, I know it was from God, because I said to myself, man, I really wish I had somebody else to go with me, just somebody else, but God hears what's on your heart. He gives you your heart's desire. And so me having that conversation with the Holy Spirit and believe and wanting that, but not really verbalizing it or asking, for that. When she called me and messaged me and said that, I was like, okay, yeah, this is okay, Lord, thank you. And so here we are in the hotel room, first night, Texarkana, Arkansas. And we're going to get up in the morning and roll into Jonesboro, Arkansas. We'll probably go by the venue, the dealership where they're having it, to kind of get a lay of the land and meet everybody and just kind of, get a feel for things. And then I'm doing my meet and greet Thursday, 1:30 to 2:30, I think it is. And so, hey, go Jesus, go Jesus. But the ride was a little, it was heating up. It was a little toasty, but we made it, got through it. And so, like I said, we're just chilling in our room right now. Somebody over there in his easy chair, chillaxing.
I'm resting my eyes.
Resting his eyes. We stayed at this hotel once before with one of our chapter members. He did a courthouse ride where his thing was he goes to all the courthouses in Texas, right? In the county courthouses in the state of Texas, and he takes a picture of his bike in front of all of them. I think at the time when he was doing it and we went on his ride, he was up to, I think, 89. I think he had like 89 county courthouses that he put his bike in front of and took pictures of it. So that was the last time we were here at this particular hotel, which is really nice. It's another hotel convention center in walking distance, and we actually walked over there and had dinner in a little restaurant. So looking forward to doing that. But you guys stay tuned, and none of this happens in real time, so I don't know when I would get all this footage edited, because like I said, life off the bike has us doing some a lot of pressing into prayer, trusting and believing. Aside from this ride, life off the bike is finding us trying to get started on building our forever after home on our property that we purchased for our 30th wedding anniversary, and it has turned out to be harder than we thought it was going to be. We knew it was going to be hard, but it's harder. So it's a lot of ers after that. It's not hard. It's not harder. It's harder than we thought. But I'll be sharing that with you guys as that develops. As it has developed. I just hadn't did any videos, posted any videos of it yet, because in between crying and trying to trust and believe, it has been it's been tough, in that area of trying to build out on our property. And like I said, that I don't even want to talk about it right now.
You're going to cut that out. You're going to clip all that out of this video.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. But I said that
it's not harder, or it just takes more planning.
It takes more planning, and I'm going to share it. Reason being, I want to share it is because it's a testament to faith and believing and trusting. And I have been wavering. My faith has been wavering like nobody's business on this whole thing, because faith is not, it's not easy. And it's interesting. And like I said, that I have a channel called Adventures of Fearless Faith, and God is making me work for that title. He's making me work for it. You will earn this. That I'm gonna show you what Adventures of Fearless Faith look like, because you about to go through it. And so,
you have to first recognize your fear to be fearless.
And trying to, dealing with the fact that we need to think about how this is going to look, how this house is going to look, or living in something once we retire, once my husband retires, being able to afford that, because you don't want to build your dream home and then retire and then realize that financially it's more than you can chew now, because now you on a fixed income, as the old folks used to say. And I never understood that until we started planning out, getting ready to try and build our dream home and what that looks like. And so, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, because this is deep. I mean, I've done some videos on it, and and I had to edit some of it because I was crying and snotting, and but like I said, it's the life off the bike that makes riding the bike all the more sweeter. So Yes, I will be bringing that to you guys. But in the meantime, in between time, we are here in Texarkana getting ready for my first all Spyder ride rally, Spyder Rally in Jonesboro, Arkansas. So day one is in the books. We're going to rest up, chill out, cool off, and then grab some dinner tonight. But peace out, guys. I love y'all. Hang in there, okay? Hang in there. Tune in next week as we travel to Jonesboro, Arkansas, where I participated in my very first Spyder Rally and hosted my very first meet and greet for Adventures of Fearless Faith. And I even got to tour the second largest ATV dealership in the nation, covering over 4 acres, showcasing 10 brands of off-road, on-road, and on-sea vehicles under one roof. Guys, this place was off the chain, and I can't wait to take you on this adventure. So tune in.